What's happening? I'm Dub. In this video, I'm going to give you a overview on how to tie a DubDropTop. Here's a quick example of what the DubDropTop looks like, positioned on a AK Sabo pocket. It's basically an Iroquois top with cross-string coiled around the string. So why use the DubDropTop? Well, my son is a face-off specialist, and he prefers the Ghost and or Scepter 7s. And it's no secret that the Tribe 7 heads are a little bit of a pain because of the first stringing hole being so low. So for me, having a drop or lowered top seemed like the answer. The only trouble is he isn't just a face-off guy. He is also an LSM, and I wanted him to have a consistent release point for all of his heads because he's constantly changing sticks throughout the game. This was our first go at a lowered top, and it didn't quite have the same durability that I wanted. It was a little bit flimsy. And after the game, it also needed adjustments constantly. So looking around, I remember seeing lots of coils in traditional stringing, so I figured I would give that a try in this top. And I got a little bit more rigidity out of it, durability, and it kind of looks cool. As you can see, it is a little bit more stiff, and it has the added advantage of, giving you a little bit of better look. You can have one color, you can rock out two colors. I've even done three colors on one. Okay, let's get started. First thing, there's three things that you got to remember. Is number one is you're going to use roughly 90 inches of cross string. If you're doing two colors, obviously you're going to want to do about 45 inches for each. Secondly, make sure that the base is tight enough. You don't want, the whole point is to add rigidity. You don't want your top string to be loose when you start, otherwise adjustments are really kind of a bitch. And finally, this is personal preference, but I double up the string even if I'm using one color. I'll show you in detail what I mean by that, but the basic means is that as I'm looping around, coiling around, I'm going to use two strings at once rather than going around once. Just makes it quicker. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to grab out my pliers here. Okay, so I go through. Now I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. All right, there we go. Nice and tight. All right, so now I'm going to start again. I'm going to be going from the left to the right, so I'm going to go over the top here. From the left, going over and bringing it up and around. So then I go roll over again for a second time, and as you can see now, why the using two at once, or even if you're with one color, makes things much faster. Again, you want to make sure that these are even. You want to try to make it as tight as possible. It'll just hold longer and look nicer. Let's see, go under there. Okay, So that's about the last one. I'll be able to fit there easily. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring it across. And this is where you can see why it was important to going over from the left. Otherwise, your transfer wouldn't work out as smoothly. Also, now that I'm on the next string, this is a good time to make sure things are tight. You can use a hemostat. I'll demonstrate that. Go ahead and take the hemostat and clamp so that way it won't go anywhere for you. This is not really necessary. If I'm having trouble keeping hold of things, I'll go back and do it this way. Otherwise, I'll just kind of tighten it up freehand without having that there. Okay, go back and I make sure that everything is nice and tight. And that's the basic moves. So you just repeat that all the way across. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. And there we go, all done. Another thing I want to make sure is everything's tight and even, same number on each of the strings. But in general, there it is, all set, all done. The only thing left to do is to cut things tight. And shibuya, all done. It looks pretty good. Hope this video was helpful. Take it easy. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know.